So those goals that you wrote somewhere, that you have tucked in under your table or behind your clothes or under your box, wherever it is that you have hidden this goal, you need to get it out. Let's have it. Let's have it. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume, and today we're going to be doing a brief check-in with ourselves, considering the fact that we are rounding off with the first quarter of the year and getting ready for the second quarter of the year. So let's get into today's video. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things you need to look at as we're checking in for one round up and one round in. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, you're super welcome. I'm so excited to have you here with me. So here we talk about topics, tips and tricks that helps us grow fearlessly to the best versions of ourselves. If you would like to be a part of us, please click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get notified when we have new videos here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming again. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as you ever enjoyed the last one. So we're gradually getting to the end of the first quarter of the year, and very soon we're going to be starting another 90 days in 2024. Yeah, we have done almost 90 days in the year. Can you imagine? And you already know that I like to work in quarters, so we're going to be doing a quarter check-in to achieve 2 purposes. 1, see how well we did in the first quarter, and 2, see how we can do better in the second quarter. So before we even get into this point, why are we working in quarters? There is always this excitement that comes with starting something new at the start of something. There is always this, I can't explain it, but we just feel some type of way that we're going to be getting into another new phase. And so the energy that comes with that is what helps us to achieve things in quarters. And I have seen this work over time. A lot of people talk about this and they rave about working in quarters. And so we're going to be using quarters for that purpose. So the first thing that you're going to do to check in with yourself is you want to look at the goals that you set for yourself at the start of the year. Yes. So those goals that you wrote somewhere, that you have tucked in under your table or behind your clothes or under your box, wherever it is that you have hidden this goal, you need to get it out. Let's have it. Let's have it. Okay, so you need to bring these goals out because we want to look at it and see if these goals were actually goals that you were interested and invested in, or they were goals that you just stumbled upon or you just set because you realized that the year is starting and you still don't have something that you want to work towards or see at the end of the year. So bring out those goals, let's look at them, let's remind ourselves of the reason why we set these goals and why we have decided that this is the goal that we are going to achieve this year. So bring them out, let's take a look at these goals. Number 2 is that you want to look at your breakdown of the goals that you set for yourself. So I'm assuming that if you've been watching me for a while, you know that we're going to break our goal, our yearly goals into achievable quarter goals and then break them further. So let's see how you've broken the goal down for the first quarter and see what you were able to achieve. So what we're doing is we're saying what you said you were going to do in the first quarter of the year and how you have done with that goal of what you're going to achieve in the first quarter of the year. It's not very difficult, is it? So doing this is not for you to be scared or to feel like a failure or to feel like you haven't done the things that you said you were going to do or anything, but it's to see how well you've done, or maybe not even well, but to just see what you've been able to achieve in this first quarter of the year and then to plan towards doing better in the second quarter. So don't be afraid, don't be worried, don't feel threatened or frightened or anything. We are just looking at it. It's a checking. It's not a, we're not grading yourself. We're not grading you. We just want to see how well you have done. So let's look at how you've broken these goals down. Let's see what you said you were going to achieve in the first quarter of the year and how you have done with it. One question I need you to ask yourself doing this, and you need to answer honestly as well, is that you want to find out, are you proud of yourself right now? Are you proud of the things that you said you were going to do in the first quarter? Are you proud of the results that you have? That answer is a yes or no answer. So it's not, it depends on anything. You're just saying yes or no. The answer that you give is going to help us when we get to point 5, but just have the answer ready for yourself going forward. Number 3 is that you want to check in with yourself to see how much time you actually invested in yourself. So I know that life happens, situations happen, distractions come up, different things will just happen that will just surprise you, or maybe not surprise you or anything. But even with these actions, distractions, activities, different things that has come up, economic going up or down, whatever it is that's happened, How much time did you invest in yourself? How much time did you invest in things that matters to you, things that were important to you? Were you just giving your time away, giving yourself away, giving your activities away? Or did you actually make time for yourself, to do the things that you say you were going to do, to make yourself feel like a human as well, to make yourself feel like you're important to yourself? A lot of times we get carried away with doing things for other people that we forget or we neglect ourselves. And you cannot please people properly or please people in the best way that you want to if you're neglecting yourself. You're opening yourself up to damage, injury. I was going to say injury, but you're opening yourself up to being mistreated, and that is going to affect how you treat people going forward. So you want to check in with yourself to see how much time you made for yourself. Did I make time for myself? Was I able to invest in the things that are important to me? Or was I just, when person A calls, I'm there, person B calls, I'm there, person C calls, I'm there? You're just there for everybody except yourself. It is very important for you to make time for yourself. As much as you could get carried away with making time for other people and doing things that matters to other people, you should also do things that matters to you and are important to you. So make time for yourself, because it's going to help you in the long run. Number 4 is a form of question. So if you did not make time for yourself this quarter, how did you spend your time? So what are the things that you spent your time on? And what results did you get from those things? So when I say you want to check the results that you got from the things that you spent your time on, I'm not encouraging selfishness or saying that you need to only focus on things that pays you or profits you. But what I'm trying to say is that when it comes to the time that you're spent, your results may not be things that you can measure as profit or loss. It could be you felt better, you felt happy, the person felt better, you helped somebody out of a sad feeling or a sad state. Those are things that you also want to see as the result of what you spent your time on. And so if you spent your time on things that were not making sense, so you spent your time and when you go back home, you are trying to remember what you actually did, that would count as a waste of time. So checking in to see what you spent your time on and the results that you got is not to encourage selfishness, but to see that what you spent your time on were things that were valuable. They provided value, and you also got value from them. Because if somebody comes out of depression or sad state or a sad state because of something that you did or you said, that's a huge result that you have gotten from it. But if you spend time with somebody and you come back feeling drained and exhausted because you have just spent energy that you shouldn't have spent, then that's not a result that you want to take into the new quarter. You don't want to do that again. It's not something you want to replicate going into the new quarter. And so this is why I say that you want to check in with what you spent your time on and the results that you got from the time that you spent on those things. Number 5 is that we're going to make a plan to be better in the second quarter. So whatever results that you got, whatever was the thing that you spent your time on or you did not spend your time on, whatever were the goals that you were able to achieve or the ones that you were not able to achieve, what we want to do in the second quarter is to do better. So you want to make a plan for the second quarter that takes into consideration all of these things that we have looked at. So you realize that you didn't spend enough time on yourself and the things that matters to you. What you want to do in the second quarter is to be intentional about the things that you're going to spend your time on, to make sure that as much as you have time for other people, you also have time for yourself. So you want to make sure that when you have set the goal for your second quarter, you're not hiding it somewhere that you cannot see, but you can see what the goal is and you can work towards it. You have an action plan towards the goal that you have set for the second quarter of the year. So when we say you want to be better in the second quarter, we're not saying you are going from 0 to 100 in 90 days, because 90 days is, as much as it's a lot of time, we are kind of used to overestimating how much we can spend in short period of times, because we just think that we are Superman or Superwoman, we're Alpha and Omega, so we can do and undo. In actual sense, you want to take your time to make sure that what you're going to be doing in the quarter of the year is adding up to what you want to see at the end of the year. So try your possible best to not overestimate how many days you have in this quarter and to begin to give yourself 1,001 things that you want to achieve in the second quarter of the year. No. What you're going to do is you're going to make yourself feel bad about not achieving those things. So you want to be intentional about the goals that you're setting for yourself in the second quarter of the year. You want to make sure that you are also taking into consideration your wins and your losses from the first quarter, to make sure that in the second quarter you are actually doing better but you're also not overwhelming yourself to the point that when you get to quarter 3, you are not interested in your goal again. So you need to pace yourself, you need to time yourself to make sure that you're able to do the things that you want to do at the end of the year. Remember that the picture is still the end of the year, so you're not in a hurry to do 12 months task in 3 months. You're not in a hurry to do that. You also don't want to do 1 month task in 3 months. So pace yourself according to the goal that you have, which is why your goal is important. So these 5 things I hope will help you to plan towards a better Q2 and to see how well you did in Q1. Take it as a review and check-in kind of video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I have a free tool that is going to help you to plan for the second quarter of the year. I have it attached in the description bar. You can download it for free and use it to plan towards the new quarter of the year. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share with your friends and family as well. And share your comments with me in the comment section. That's it for me for you this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till next time. Bye.